Hello world, Wendy from Cali here, back with another Mixed Manny chat. Last time we were here, well, the last video that was posted was an unboxing of the September 2024 Color Street Color Play subscription box, dress code, and corporate check was one of the sets, and I really wanted to use it. But I also wanted to use Do or Dot on top of these two right here, which will be my ring finger and my thumb. And the reason for that is I want to do the 3-in-1 Manny challenge using Artsy. It's an art set, overlay the Do or Dot, and cozy because it's just, you know, feels like clothing, and clothing's cozy. So here we go. Let's do this. It's been a really weird week. So last we left off, I had come home from manager's dinner, and that's when I did the unboxing for my subscription box. And things were good, and then they got not so good. So on Thursday night after work, the Rents, Panda Bear and I went and had an amazing Peking duck dinner at, oh, what was the place called? G-Rock? I can't remember the name of the restaurant, but it was pretty fancy for our usual taste, and the food was excellent. Like, you get what you pay for. It's a pretty penny to spend, but well worth it. Very delicious. The Peking duck was outstanding. Very different skin on that duck than other Peking duck places. And they had this crispy walnut shrimp that was just, ooh, so crispy. Just really outstanding. Those were the two standout dishes for me. There were other dishes too, but those two were like the standout ones. And then on Friday, we celebrated my sister-in-law Carla's birthday early, going to Mr. Chopsticks. And we had an amazing time. Like, Panda Bear, Carla and her kiddos, inclusive of her firstborn, Joseph, and Edgar and Allison. Just really lots of laughs, so much fun. But found out that Saturday Edgar wasn't feeling too hot, and then Sunday Panda Bear wasn't feeling too hot, and Monday I wasn't feeling very well. Oh, why am I putting those away? Those are the ones I want to use. Oh my goodness. Let's pay attention to what I'm doing before we start, shall we? These were the ones I wanted to put away. But yeah, so needless to say, we all got sick. Carla and the kiddos. I think Benjamin and Joseph were the only ones that didn't get sick. So, but before getting sick, on Sunday, went to the mall to return a bunch of things, because we had bought a bunch of clothes for a business trip I have in October, and now it's looking like I don't need like business formal wear. It's more business casual, but not quite sure what the business casual will look like overall. So we bought way too much stuff as far as clothing goes, and plus prices at the mall compared to what I can find online is kind of a crazy difference. And so I had time to really just research and find similar, if not better things online. And so I wanted to return a bunch of the stuff. I think I only kept maybe like a third of the items that was purchased at the mall. But for the amount of money spent at the mall and returning those items, I was able to buy a bunch of stuff online. So it was worth it. So yeah. But got really sick. And during the weekend, I also actually had made my first attempt at making homemade soap. So if you're not familiar with making homemade soap, I was doing a cold press process, making a goat's milk soap from the very start. And so I remember my friend Lily had gifted me a bar of soap that she had handmade, and I don't think I had appreciated it enough until this past weekend when I was attempting to make homemade soap from scratch. So it is a process, and it takes about a month for the soap to cure before you can actually like use it too. So we shall see in a month how my first batch of soap turned out. But I used to love chemistry in high school, and making soap from scratch is definitely chemistry. You got to have all the right stuff measured out, which I did. I made sure to read and reread instructions carefully before starting. And I wore protective gear. I wore, safety goggles, clothing that covered most of my skin, just in case the lye solution splashed out or got spilled or anything like that. And yeah, basically what ingredients were in this soap? So we had coconut oil, we had shea butter, we had olive oil, castor oil, and goat's milk. I purchased goat's milk powder because I wanted something shelf stable, so I wasn't on like a specific timeline for it. And then the recipe for making soap also said you could use essential oils. Their suggestion was lavender. I actually used rosemary, lemongrass, and peppermint were the 3 essential oils I had used in my soaps. So it did say to freeze the goat milk into little ice cubes because when you're adding the lye and the goat milk, it could change the color of the goat milk. And so if you do it where you make the goat milk into ice cubes to put into the lye solution, then it's less likely you will scorch and burn the goat milk when you're combining the lye and the goat milk. And so that is what I did, although it still changed colors on me. So it was supposed to be like a silky off-white, like ivory color soap, but it ended up turning more of a yellowish, not like in an ugly yellowish way, but like a creamy yellowish color. So I'm not mad at it. It's just not what the recipe had called for, so I'm not quite sure if it's because I got really impatient with waiting for the lye solution to cool to room temperature or what. But it asked for distilled water and the sodium hydroxide to mix together, and I wasn't quite sure why it was saying that I needed to wait for the temperature to get to room temperature. And so I had boiled the distilled water a little bit when I was melting the shea butter. And later on, it turns out, finding out that the sodium hydroxide actually, when mixed with the distilled water, is really hot. It starts off really temperature-wise hot. And so I can see why folks could get burned by lye if you're not careful. So it took a very long time for the lye to get to room temperature. In fact, I was so impatient that so we went to the mall to return stuff and came back, and the lye solution was still not at the right temperature. And then I even cooked dinner and I made in my Instant Pot Hainan chicken, which is this kind of steamed chicken that is dunked into a cold water bath. And if you've never had it before, if you're not a fan of cold meat, you probably wouldn't enjoy eating Hainan chicken. But if you love chicken and don't mind the temperature of the chicken, Hainan chicken is like one of the best Singaporean Malaysian dishes that I've had. So yeah, anyways, made that, and the lye solution was still not the right temperature at that point, and I got fed up. It was like 80 degrees, and then my oils were not at 90 degrees. They cooled to like almost room temperature. So I was like, you know what, let's just mix those two together. Maybe they'll balance each other out. And so that's what I had done. And then you add the essential oils in last, and you stick the whole silicone mold into the fridge for 12 to 24 hours. And then you can pull it out of the fridge and let it sit for like 4 days in a nice, cool, airy, dark place. So it's sitting in my garage right now, and come this weekend I will cut the bars of soap and or the ones that are in like a silicone mode that's like already a bar shape of soap. I'm gonna get them out of the mold and let them sit on a wire rack to cure for about a month. 4 weeks, it says, minimum 4 weeks. So that is supposed to allow the lye and the oils to mix together and become soap. So I'll report back what's a month from Saturday. A month from Saturday. So right before I go on my business trip, I'll report back and advise on whether or not my first attempt at soap making was a success. So yeah. But on top of all that from the weekend, like I said, pretty much all of us got sick. And luckily my parents, the Rents, did not get sick. So they were fine. But yeah, pretty much everybody who went to dinner and Mr. Chopsticks on Friday got sick. For me, it was more like stomach issues. For some reason, I woke up on Monday all clammy and gross, and I won't go into the gory details, but I just was not going to be able to go into the office, and I was not going to be able to sit at my desk for very long without having some issues. And so I took a sick day to deal with my issues. But everyone else had like COVID symptoms, and in fact they tested positive for COVID. Luckily I was able to avoid any of that, But yeah, not fun. It threw off the whole week's kind of balance. So yeah, we're already at Wednesday. Yesterday I was in the office, and I was there for really late because, one, I had a lot of catch-up work to do, and two, Panda Bear needed more time to rest before picking me up from the office. And so I got a lot of stuff done yesterday. And then today has also been hit the ground running as far as work goes. But taking a break, a much needed lunch break, and thought that it would be nice to have new nails done. What's great about Color Street is that you can get it done relatively quickly and there's no dry time. And so I don't know what I did right here, but this is gonna bother me. There we go. Let's just clean that off a little bit, shall we? Oh, maybe that will smooth down with the top coat. That's the one thing with overlays. I'm so bad at laying them down, the clear overlays. Sometimes they will get wrinkly, which is what you're seeing here. But I will definitely throw a top coat over that and hope that it will even out there. But isn't that beautiful, that pink with the polka dots? Do or dot. Alright, let's get the other one from here. I still have not yet made purchases for our Halloween costumes yet. Although I've been looking and comparing prices on a whole bunch of stuff, I'm not quite ready to hit purchase on any of the things that I've placed in my shopping carts at the different websites that I'm shopping for. And the biggest reason is because my nieces often change their minds about what they want to be for Halloween, and it's really frustrating when that happens. So far they haven't changed their minds, and so it's likely that Lilith is going to be Princess Red from the Descendants Rise of Red, and Amalika is going to be Wednesday Adams from the Adams family. But the last time we surveyed Amalika about which outfit from Wednesday Adams outfits that she's worn, she was not totally set on what she wanted to be. So it's one of those where it's like, I'm gonna wait a little bit just to make sure I don't buy something and then she changes her mind, because that would really not be cool. Because, you know, Halloween costumes shouldn't cost very much, but Lilith's costume is going to be the hardest one to find at a decent price, because she really wants the jacket, the hoodie jacket that Princess Red is wearing at the start of the movie. And I won't ruin it for anybody who hasn't watched the movie yet, but she wants that jacket. I have not been able to find it for inexpensive price online. On Etsy, it's selling for anywhere between $160 something to $300 something, which, not for a Halloween costume, not even for a prom dress or something like that. That kind of price, no way. And it might have to be a DIY kind of thing. But even the base of a leather, a fake leather jacket, is like $25. So that's kind of pricey for something that you're gonna wear once for Halloween. And so it's one of those where it's like, I don't know, like it would be really cool if she was able to like pull it off, but I'm hesitant about spending that kind of money on a Halloween costume, because for other Halloweens we were able to do like DIY stuff and not spend so much. And so yeah, Lilith has expensive taste. So I don't know if she's doing really well in school. I wonder if she could be rewarded with a really awesome jacket, because I have a feeling if we were to spend that $160 or whatever, she might wear that jacket year round, because it looks great. Like if you're shopping on Etsy and you go searching for a Princess Red jacket or whatever, if that really is like what the jacket looks like that seller is, you know, selling, they did an amazing job of replicating that jacket. So but for $160 something, I don't know. But Lilith is right now, from what I heard, she's doing really great in school. She's first girl in her class, second only to another kid who is number one, and she's continuing to strive for that number one spot, but she's number one girl, so the person in the number one spot is a boy. I won't say his name, but he's on top right now, and she's like trying to like catch him. so I love hearing that she's doing well in school. So that is a plus to possibly spending a decent amount on her Halloween costume. But I don't know, again, Halloween is my second favorite holiday next to Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving because it's the only holiday where my work has 2 days off, paid holiday days, and I love that. Also, just the premise of Thanksgiving, you know, giving thanks for all that we have. You know, my favorite 3 F words, family, food, and fun, all is encompassed by Thanksgiving. And so, and Thanksgiving also falls in the season of autumn, fall, my favorite season. So everything all wrapped up together. That is why Thanksgiving is my absolute favorite holiday. And I know it's still almost 2 months away, but gotta start thinking about what is our Thanksgiving menu going to be. We don't have a traditional Thanksgiving menu that we follow every single year. My sister-in-law Carla and I like to kind of think about what do we want to try to make this year, or what are we in the mood for this year. And so there's, like I said, not really a set menu. And so I know there's going to be, you know, staples like stuffing, because I know Carla really likes stuffing, and I have a really good like made from scratch recipe for stuffing. Not the stuff that comes out of the box, but from scratch using French bread, like stale French bread, and all of that. And so we're definitely gonna have stuffing. The kiddos don't really like mashed potatoes, and I'm just like, what? Mashed potatoes are like a big part of Thanksgiving for me. So we're definitely gonna have mashed potatoes, but probably not like a big batch of mashed potatoes, because again, the kiddos aren't big on mashed potatoes. So we'll probably make a small batch for the adults. And then we don't want to do a traditional turkey because none of us are fans of the traditional turkey. It's a lot of work and we don't have a amazing oven to, you know, take the whole day, have the whole turkey in there the whole day and all of that stuff. So no traditional turkey. But the question is now is, do we want to do turkey meatloaf, which we've done 1 year before. We've also done like a turkey pot pie 1 year. And so we haven't really decided which direction to go just yet on that. But we'll also have mac and cheese because the kiddos love mac and cheese and so do the adults. And so mac and cheese is definitely on the menu. And then cranberry sauce, I don't know, because I think it's only Carla and myself that really care for the cranberry sauce. Nobody else seems to care for the cranberry sauce, so not quite sure if that's going to be made this year. We shall see. But like I said, there's nothing set in stone. We'll figure it out. But yeah, Thanksgiving, definitely favorite holiday. Favorite mostly because of delicious food and spending time with the family. Having 2 days off, making it a 4-day weekend, is always welcome in my book. These shimmer colors, these solid shimmer colors, are like one of the hardest ones to get laid down, especially on my thumbs, without a wrinkle, because it is rough trying to get that down. But we got it. Oh, something fell in the background there, my bad. If you just found this channel and you've watched all the way through here to this and you're like, what is happening? I just chit chat about life and I do my nails, and it's all done live recording that I post on YouTube. I don't edit. I just do. I do and then I move on. So it's more like a video diary for myself to just be able to look back on what was going on in my life when I did a specific mani. And so if you're along for the ride and here listening to me blabber on about my life, welcome. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do all of that. Yeah. This nail look is probably only going to be on for like less than a week because starting the 20th, so if you found my channel from Stacy's Sassy Styles on YouTube or Facebook, Stacy's Sassy Crew, you'll know that Stacy Adams is one of my big, she's a big influence on the fact that I have this channel now. I remember starting this channel doing like a journey to health during the pandemic, and I have archived all of those videos because I didn't want anyone listening to me blabber about my health journey thinking I was giving advice about health, because I am definitely not equipped to give advice on health. So I made sure to archive all of those videos and made them, I think, unlisted. Did I make them private or unlisted? I think I made them unlisted. So if people have the links to those videos, they're able to see them still, but yeah, they're not public. But I started doing the Color Street nails and just nails in general because I was influenced by Stacy Adams YouTube channel and Tara Stoddard. She's taking a break on posting YouTube videos, but really enjoyed their content and decided I'm going to do something like that too. For me, it's just chit-chatting about life and doing my nails though, just because, oh, and unboxings of the Color Street Color Play sub boxes, only because that's fun. Doing unboxings is fun. First impressions are always fun too, because later on, sometimes my first impressions, I rewatch them and I'm like, oh yeah, my first impression of that was not good. But then I put it on my nails and I'm like, oh, this isn't as bad as I initially thought it would be. So I don't know if that happens to any of y'all who subscribe to the Color Play boxes. But for me, sometimes the sets in the package doesn't look that fabulous. On the nails though, looks way better. So can't judge a Color Street nail strip just by the looks of it in the package. You gotta sometimes just try them on. And I know that means you have to buy them and then you're able to try them. But yeah, it's a gamble sometimes. I have so many Color Street nail sets that I've been like holding back. Oh, I had brought up Stacy for a reason earlier too. We're part of, she has her Ruckus, which is this Facebook nail party that she has like twice a year. I love being part of the Ruckus. What's great about being part of the Ruckus is you don't have to make any purchases to participate and try to win prizes. So especially for someone like me, where I've spent most of my budget already on stuff. Specifically for me, this month was on business attire for my trip next month. I'm able to still participate and try to win some free nails and stuff. But it's also just really fun. It's a great group of folks that are part of the party, and lots of live nails. I love watching Stacy do live nails. She's always such a hoot. And then when her Color Street stylist, Shannon, also does nails, when they do nails together, that's always a lot of fun too, because you see two different people doing nails with the same set, interpreted in two different ways, and that's really fun. So yeah. But part of the ruckus is that there is Nails 100 Ways that we're going to be doing starting the 20th with Fiesta y Siesta, which is this set right here. So we've got a spooky Halloween vibe going in the ruckus this year, and this is a beautiful set that I'm excited to use. It reminds me a little bit of Broadway Glimmer, but different. And so I need to think of a great way to incorporate this set in with a mixed mani. So you guys will see, that will be the next video. When I do my nails next, I will be doing that set with something else, but I haven't thought of it yet. But here's the final look. I absolutely love the mixed textures, the mixed designs, and yeah, what do you guys think? Did I make it or did I break it? I nailed it, right? I nailed it. I'm so punny. Anyways, if you watched all the way through and you want to leave a comment with an emoji, let's have you leave a pink heart. Pink heart. And I will see you all next time. Peace.